This video essay will not break down the movie scene by scene or give away distinct spoilers. That being said, we will be discussing themes and tones of the movie and displaying footage from the trailer. If you really want to see this movie and want to know nothing at all, then please do step away now, watch Synecdoche, New York, and then come back. Thank you. So, you watch Synecdoche, New York, and you can't stop thinking about it. Welcome to my world. Mrs. IMO is a big fan of YMS, and one of his all-time favourite movies is Synecdoche, New York. A film we spent a solid 5 minutes just trying to pronounce properly, so let's go in with the blindfold on and see what we get. And holy shit. Now that I've seen the movie, I feel like there was life before Synecdoche, New York, and life after Synecdoche, New York. And I'm not being dramatic.
You've changed things.
This is a seriously intelligent film that has so much to say about literally every facet of life that everyone will have experienced in one way, shape, or form. Now, I could sit here and break the whole movie down for you scene by scene and tell you what I got from it, but I feel that would take away from any of you who haven't seen the film yet and are now intrigued. And to be honest, most of Synecdoche, New York's beauty comes from the fact that you and I could watch the movie together and walk away with completely different readings and interpretations. But that being said, I do want to point out why I found it to be so special. Why cinema will never be the same after this heady high. And simply put, it's because the movie is painfully honest. It doesn't pull its punches on anything or soften the blow. It hits you in the gut as hard as life itself can. And that's kind of the point. You can easily get lost in the mysteries that the film offers. You could spend hours trying to piece it all together, but in doing so, you could miss the point. Being that life is futile, we're here once and never again. So use it wisely. Spend it with the people that really matter. Have a positive impact. Don't get lost in the minutiae like the movie so often does. It's so friggin' meta, I love it. Synecdoche, New York is special because we all hear it on a daily basis, how we shouldn't sweat the small stuff and let it go, but for some reason many of us can't. We do hold grudges, we do have regrets, we do have things in the past that come back to haunt us, despite the fact that we can never change it. And it really doesn't matter if it's a big problem or a little problem, we focus in on it too much nonetheless. That arsehole who didn't hold the door open for you can often be the straw that broke the camel's back and ruin your day. Meanwhile, that arsehole carries on completely unaware of what he's done to you. Synecdoche, New York doesn't just remind you to be big and bold today, it understands that it sucks, and it can be really hard to do so, to move on, to ignore pain. But it also understands that the pain rarely achieves anything but pain itself, and it becomes a loss of valuable time that could be better spent. I haven't seen and read everything that Charlie Kaufman has done, but so far I think this might be his magnum opus. I appreciate that Kaufman refuses to explain the film. It would render the entire experience null and void if he did. It would change the aspect of personal experience. What I get and what you get from the film would definitely be the same if he gave us the answers. Kaufman also mentioned that he didn't mean to make the movie so depressing, and this is one of the rare occasions where I disagree. For me, it's through the depressive yet honest storytelling and character that Synecdoche, New York actually hits me as a very powerful and positive film. Because nothing makes you appreciate life more than when it's all over. When death is around the corner, why waste your time worrying about your mortgage, or whether or not you can make it to your friend's party, or whether that person's going to be there that you don't really like and don't want to spend time with? It's all just bullshit, really. Yeah, it might be blunt and very matter of fact, but for me, Kaufman hits home how lucky each and every one of us are to have this opportunity. To be alive, and frankly, how stupid and selfish we all can be at times in holding ourselves back from living full and happy lives. Of course, there are other factors in the world that affect these details, recessions, worldwide viruses that linger in recent memory, and it's not that Synecdoche doesn't understand that or consider these things, it absolutely does, but it's far more focused on a personal view of it all, and how little it matters due to our own self-importance and entitlement. So the next time you're feeling down in the dumps and it's just not going your way, just remember that time is literally slipping through your fingers, and you'll never get this time back. Are you sure this is how you want to spend it? I'm not kidding when I say this movie has changed things for me. From not even knowing it existed last year, to now being obsessed with it and eager to revisit it, taking deeper dives and explore video essays and hear other people's readings of the film. I have tried very hard to not spoil the film for you and go into gross depth of what's really happening, because I really do think this is worth checking out. Please do remember that this is just my interpretation, so if you ever do sit down to watch the film, please ignore everything I've said and just take what the film gives you to form your own opinion. I don't think I've ever done this after a one-time watch, but Synecdoche, New York absolutely gets the 11 out of 10 and becomes the first inductee of 2023 into the IMO Hall of Fame.